Welcome back to the 2022 NXL Mid-Atlantic Major, brought to you by Bunker Kings and Matty Marshall. We're here a little outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I got Kyle Spica, Ryan Greenspan from San Diego Dynasty. They're going to be playing this afternoon. Right now, it's going to be Aftermath taking on New York Xtreme. NRG Elite's going to take the field for the first time against the Ironmen. Should be a good set. It's been a chaotic day so far as New York Xtreme about to jump into this first point here with San Diego Aftermath with the win on the boards, come from behind victory, and New York Xtreme lost to the Hurricanes, so they need a win here, Ryan.
Yeah, we saw that. Looks like a quick penalty early on, but I think Frank Antetomaso is making a big move over on that Dorito side, all the way over into that 50-ish Dorito on that side.
Yeah, 45 is D4.
D4. Okay. And yeah, we actually played these NYX guys yesterday in practice, and they played really well. Corey Hall has really good points. They finally, I think they have a really good roster now.
NYX still surviving though, even with Frank getting all the way up there to the D4. Did a good job not losing any bodies on that quick move.
Yeah, absolutely. New York Xtreme back and healthy with a full complement of players. They picked up Corey Hall, like you said, and also got Jerry Carl back, and they're looking pretty good right now here in this point. Hennessy's going to make a move here to the 50. Is Thomas Kim going to try to do damage control, backs up off of that spot. So they still got to worry about Frank, though. Frank Antetomaso is in D4. It's in a really good spot. You got a lot of shots cross field right now on Hennessy and Hussein.
I think Hennessy might get caught by Frank. Oh, never mind. Frank just got shot. But Hennessy didn't know he was over there. What do you think the conversation is because Aftermath dropped their match also, right?
No, Aftermath was able to win it, but it was really close. Thunder looked good today, man. I mean, for that brand new team, 2 events in, they did not play in Texas, so this is their second event. They beat Impact by 1. At one point in time, it was 4-0 with a no point. Which was really interesting.
Let's go.
Oh, we get some loader dumps here. New York Xtreme finally feeling it, and we're going to get a loader dump from Pat Kraft, who created it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Got Ryan Greenspan next to me. Kyle Spica, the new pickup, San Diego Dynasty. And you're going to be back with the boys.
Yeah.
It's been quite a chaotic run, but you know, things just happen the way they happen. Also, make sure you guys check out the Spick and Span show Tuesdays, correct?
Yeah, Tuesdays at 4 live.
Tuesdays at
YouTube.
4 live. Yeah, so, and Dynasty playing this afternoon with their brand new pickup here. Kyle Spica, it should be interesting. And look, I mean, people have been like, how do you guys think Dynasty is going to do? I'm like, can we just, look, we got to call it like it is. You guys have had one bad day of paintball in a year, essentially. And it happened to be on a Friday where you lost both your games, but you came back Saturday and looked pretty good. You won your games there. You just didn't make it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a long time since Dynasty hasn't played on a Sunday, but we got a brand new event. This is a major. Everybody's here. And it's going to be interesting this afternoon in your division. You got the Legion, you got Infamous, you got NRG, and you got the Ironmen. Jump into this first point here. Ironmen in some crispy new white and red jerseys, but losing 2 bodies. And, you know, interesting story. Longest running pro team in existence, the LA Ironmen, legends, champions through 3 different incarnations of the game, but
and
have been struggling of late.
One of your previous teams, you were ahead of the squad back when I was coming up.
Yeah, you know, I was on the Ironman for 5.5 years. We won a championship, and it was awesome. And then they came into 2020, won the first event. COVID set in. Team got decimated. They've been on a rebuild since. So they do have some penetration with Nick Sloviak up the center. Al Fernandez looks like he's going to take a pretty big bite and make it clean, but 5 bodies alive right now for NRG Elite, so, and they're going to get a shot on Al. So it's not looking good here for the Ironmen in this first point.
You know, it's unfortunate too, because Nick timed that move up to the center really well, because they actually had lost 2 guys at that point, but for the other team, you know, was able to identify that they shot both outside guys. Nick had already put himself into that spot, which I think is giving him a little bit of chance left in this point.
Yeah, and I really like what the Ironmen are doing here. They're not trying to win it on their heels. They're still attacking. All their guys, even when they were down 2 bodies, all made moves up into that front spot. And I think that that's kind of how, you know, when you're a team kind of coming from behind, or you're the underdog, I guess you'd say. I mean, I know both of these teams are lower, the bottom 10. NRG's definitely been playing well, but you want to keep attacking. You want to get as many, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You absolutely, attacking is the way to go just in general as a rule and principle in paintball. But the one thing though with NRG Elite is, you know, Geiger goes on over and you know, he moves over to Revo, but that team's been getting better. They took 4th at the last event. So, and that's the best showing that we've ever seen them have. And you have some of these compelling stories with these up and coming squads getting better. in the Ironman, it's just a completely different story there because the team's been around for 30-something years, and they've had all these different incarnations of it over time, and now with a couple new pickups. You know, they got Trent Nida. I think he might be injured, though. They got Keith DeVitt back on the squad, so they're just trying to find, and that's how it always is on a rebuild. You're trying to find who are core people going to be. But,
Did Trent get
yes.
injured in practice?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
That's what I heard.
And I don't know how a 19-year-old pulls a hammy. Let's just talk about that.
We were
real quick.
indestructible.
I believe he had a hand injury. What was that, last year too?
Yeah, but that was like he slid on a stake and ripped the thing completely open. That's one thing. But
So jumping into this next one here, split screen breakout. This team switch sides every time a point is won, and it looks like they're going to be losing. That's Ruiz here, taking the early walk for San Diego Aftermath from the blue side, and then quickly attacking the center as New York Xtreme getting Arslan, wrapping around, looking for it, and he's going to go across. Nice little move here from Arslan Hussein. Going to try to shut down that D side. We've seen this quite a bit, though, boys, where this guy will someone will make a big move in the center. It's typically this move, and now he's going to get run down by Mesa, but then no one follows up after it. And we've seen this maybe 3 or 4 times today, where that same thing happens, and they don't use that as an advantage to move up
I think
the
that
field.
might be Joe Barrett.
It's
Yeah, it is Joe
it's
Barrett.
Joe Barrett, and the ref was about to throw. He had his hand on the major to throw on Arslan. Thankfully, the ref went in and checked Joe because Arslan didn't shoot his gun, but the ref was about to throw it, and I think one of the Aftermath guys shot him in the goggles as he was running in.
So Barrett gets shot out. They lose. New York Xtreme loses Hennessy as Corey Hall makes his move into D4. Pat Kraft Jr. is right next to him. Inside, looks like Corey might have lost a gunfight. No, he actually gets a drop on Thomas Kim. Great job there for Corey Hall. And Pat Kraft is now going to get to the 50-yard line. So here comes New York Xtreme pushing down that D side.
putting up their second point.
And Taylor's going to try to finish things off from the snake side. Yeah, they're going to put 2 points in a row on the board. New York Xtreme did again drop their first match to the young upstart rookie pro team, the Hurricanes. They're actually not that young. They have a lot of guys on that team that are grown men, but they are a rookie pro team. Pat's feeling it. New York Xtreme's feeling it right now.
Let's go.
Two dumps in a row.
2 dumps in a row.
I think that was 2 loaders and 2 pops.
Yeah,
we haven't seen a dump from Pat, a loader dump in a bit. So
shout out to the GI Sports paint sponsorship, keeping that loader and those pods ready to dump.
So Aftermath got off to a little bit of a slow start in their first match against Thunder. They ended up again solidifying that win. Let's get a little look at a replay here. You got Arslan Hussein who made that big move. New York Xtreme was a little bit slow to capitalize on it. Mesa identified he was there very quickly, comes through, gets that kill, then he dies.
I believe that was Joe.
Yeah, and there's Joe Barrett.
Yeah. And then there it is right there. That's what we're talking about. You know, I love that. I want these guys to be like, you need the excitement, the fun in between the points. Keep it going.
So now jumping back into this one with the Ironmen.
Looks like a mirrored breakout for both teams. Ironman making that first move that Nick made at the previous point up to that burrito wedge.
And he's got a good lock on this side. Got a good lock on this side. And you know, the wind's really kicking up. And you know what the wind does, aside from make your bunker incredibly difficult to play? Is it moves all the bunkers around, and it almost seems as if there's a guy in every spot.
Yeah,
it
takes away one of the variables that you get to play off of as an experienced player.
You're like, there's definitely a guy in that center 50 and the other 50, and there's for sure guys in all these wedges.
Yeah, and every back spot.
Yeah.
Well, the Ironmen keeping some bodies alive here and pushing up on that D side. Got a body in D4, body in D1. Xloviak is at the wedge, and then here comes Al Fernandez. He's going to dive into the wedge as well, too. You're going to get body out wide here. Snake side looking pretty good here. Ironmen are trying to get this one back. They're down by 1 here early.
I think it's a 3-on-5, Matty.
Yeah, they're definitely in the driver's seat here. There's no one on the snake side at all. As you can see here, Ironmen just pushing the issue. Snake side going to get that inside kill on Dennis. And there goes the last kill. And that, yeah, that's going to do it. As the body from the D side walked off as well, too. So Ironmen on the board here.
Ironman looked good at that point.
Yeah, they did.
Good control.
Oh, Trent is out there. There's Trent, number 86. He was the one who closed it out on the snake side. It looks like it's going to be 1-1, I believe, for NRG and Elite and Ironmen are tied up.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of time to play here. How are you guys thinking the field's playing based on what you guys saw in practice? I know you're not trying to give anything away yet, but everyone's been watching all these games. So
I missed
not a
weekend
giant
1,
mystery.
so weekend 1 for me was great. Super easy, very laid back.
I feel like you're kind of seeing a lot of the situations that we saw in practice. There's chaotic points, conservative breakouts here and there with people taking risks often, but it seems like when the game's been breaking down, it's been really chaotic. You know, besides, I think there's only been what, a couple games this morning that were really like huge point spreads, but everything's kind of been.
Yeah, it's been close. We've had quite a bit of upsets, and when I was talking to people in the lead up to this event, I must have heard the word traditional or standard or normal to describe from everyone, essentially. It's a pretty regular field.
Yeah.
You can win from both sides. The snake side works, the D side works. There's stuff to do in the middle. Shooting bodies on the break and staying alive, it always comes at a premium here, and we've seen a lot of this play here that you're watching from New York Xtreme on the right-hand side of your screen. A lot of pocket as Aftermath tries to get Frank to take some ground on the D side. He gets shot the break.
A good point about that, too, is like you had essentially almost the same exact breakout from both teams, except that Aftermath stretched out to that Dorito 1, and NYX didn't, which NYX is at risk there that the other team might get out a little bit far, but being that they kind of pocketed up there and then them able to capitalize and shoot that body, that's what you want. Because if that guy gets out and you're in the pocket, then
capitalizing on the body, that's the key spot.
Yeah.
Because the good teams that are struggling early in their matches, getting off to slow starts, that's kind of an issue. Survivability here and there. Some of the top teams have came out a little flat.
Yeah, you know, and that's what it is. If you miss that guy and the other team makes it, that's when you're fighting from your heels a little bit. And what I don't like is being up by 2 points, and they have this kind of cross-up mentality. The NYX guys were kind of looking. You saw on your screen that God bunker, as they call it, the entry level into the snake, is kind of shooting cross field for a little while. Now he's kind of probing, and NYX has started to fan out of the field. But you want to see that a little sooner, I think. In my opinion, you want to try to put a little more pressure on them and get a more substantial lead before you start to hold it.
Yeah, I think that some players and teams are getting lulled into a false sense of security in the pocket play a little bit, because we have seen a couple low body situations pulled out, guys making their shots from the pocket. Looks like Taylor's going to be taking the walk here for New York Xtreme, but yeah, when you do have a lead, you do want to take, the ideal situation is take some ground and then cross it up from good spots. That's the magic right there.
Yeah, I mean, keep the pressure on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's been working. If they haven't been able to stop it yet, yeah, you don't
like
want to take undue risks, but Hennessy tries to dive in the snake. Looks like he's good to go.
You got a bouncer, I think, going in there, but it allows, you know, and that's the other thing is once he moves, it allows Aftermath to make a fill out wide, and then. Yeah,
and right now, the 2-point lead you see on your screen is this has been quite a long point.
And it's a 3-on-3 right now, just so everybody knows. It's a 3-on-3, and it looks like Aftermath and the Dorito 2 with New York Xtreme matched up at the Dorito 3, and then Aftermath also in the snake corner, and Hennessy making his way, as you kind of saw on your screen, up on this snake side. So, you know, the move is you get someone to kind of watch over your snake guy, and then have the snake go up the middle or up the field and try to get those cross-field shots.
Do like it now, for New York Xtreme's sake, that they are pushing the issue, whereas Aftermath is the one playing defense in a 3-on-3. Maybe they don't know the count. Maybe they think with the wind whipping around a little bit, they might think there's another extra body out there. Oh, but Hennessy living on the edge over here, getting taken out. That's a really tough death in a 3-on-3. When you are in a situation where you have a 2-point lead, you're burning clock off, you cannot die in situations like that.
You got to choose, right? You got, am I burning the clock off, or am I trying to win this gunfight across the field? Which, at the end of the day, if he just crawled onto their side, he would have probably had a better opportunity to execute that.
Yeah, nothing was stopping him. He could have gone inside and got up to that next spot a little bit.
And then
Arslan missed that shot.
Yeah, Thomas saw him. Gave his position away there.
Now here comes a move in the snake for Ruiz, and he makes it clean.
He should have gone to bunker him. Arslan needed to go get him.
Arslan's going to go and commit and jump over the top and bunker him out. So we got ourselves now a 1-on-2 situation. So, you know, New York Xtreme had the position, but then just some deaths out there, and it's that ended up costing them. So even though they were playing defensive and a little bit conservative, it worked out for Aftermath because of the mistakes that New York Xtreme made. So Mike Mason's going to hit that buzzer. Thumbs up from the ref. Got ourselves a 1-point match.
Yeah, and you know when it was earlier on in that match when it was 4-on-3, and they were kind of crossed up, still playing small or short and slow. They should have been pushing the effort a little bit, and what it looked like is just a bunch of individual stuff going on there.
Yeah. So we got 30 seconds to go.
A lot of these games coming down to just 1 or 2 bodies left standing. You know, winning the point with that. It's
tons of them.
Yeah.
Tons of, it's just kind of scramble ball on this. It's interesting. We've seen long not really, well, yeah, kind of drawn out, but guys have been trying to do a little things here or there, so it hasn't been boring to watch, for me at least.
Was that longer match this morning? Was it Heat and
Revo?
Yeah.
Overtime 3-2 was the final score.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. But then the Diesel DMG match was 7-3. So
that was an interesting route.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting shot. So body coming off early here for the Ironmen as they lose their runner out to the back corner here. Snake side.
I believe that was Trent.
It was Trent.
NRG Elite going to be losing 2 bodies, but they do get a body into the Snake, and there's no one in front of them. Closest body over is Al Fernandez at the can.
And Al, I don't think, knows that he's there, so Al's going to be the first victim.
Or Nick here.
Yeah, there's the victim right there. And then there's Nick. Yeah, nobody knew there was anybody in the Snake, so I don't know who was looking that way.
Yeah, Caleb Abel. In his keep yet again, man. Love watching Caleb play.
Saving this game right here.
I think what happened there was Al must have came up to that Snake side can, shooting the Dorito side. Didn't see that guy slip into the Snake, and then also them losing Trent going out to the Snake corner. They had really no vision at all over there on the Snake side.
Well, a little damage control here for the Ironmen as they streak a body all the way to the back center bunker, but he's going to come over and probably trade out with Caleb on the run.
He just should have stopped at that tall, as you call it, the juice box, and then that would have been a big win for them.
Rich calls it the juice box.
I know.
I just call them boxes.
Yeah.
Or door. I like door.
Door, sure.
Mm-hmm.
That looks both like a box and a door.
Juice box doesn't sound like very too threatening.
No, and it also reminds me of like if my toddler wants a juice box and he's throwing a fit, I got to give him a juice box.
Yeah, like I said, just not very threatening.
Yeah. So, when Rich gets on one of his things, man, he's just going to call it that, and it just is what it is.
So 1-point lead for NRG Elite, up 2-1.
And this match also a 2-1. It'll be interesting to see if they kind of want to try to burn more time off like they did in the last one, or they want to try to keep putting points on the board. Also see what is Frank out? Oh yeah, Frank's out here. If Frank kind of takes that bite again, because I think it looked like from my perspective from up here that he actually made the Dorito one and then just got shot out right when he got there.
Mm-hmm. We're seeing a lot of everything, to be honest, on this layout. We're seeing slow games, seeing fast games, seeing guys individually winning. We've seen a decent amount of 4-packs out here.
Mm-hmm. And here's actually something that'll really help people at home is they have David Ramirez coaching from the sidelines, giving them the calls, and they were saying that George is out there, and George is their front attacker for New York Xtreme over on that Dorito side. So
George McLean.
Yeah, so it kind of alludes to the fact that he might be going up there.
Well, Aftermath does get a shot on Jerry Carl. That's always a big kill when you're playing New York Xtreme.
Oh, and Frank is actually over on the Snake side. Up in that wedge. So you see them mirrored up in the wedge? Oh. And
Frank gets shot.
Arslan, or is that Hussein or Harris? Gets the better of the exchange there. So evened up right now on bodies. 4-on-4.
Yeah, Frank comes off shaking his head a bit here.
I think this, NYX wins this point. They're in a pretty good position, obviously, but I feel like they do really well off, that motivation factor. When they get fired up, they continue, and they get on a roll. But if Aftermath can come back and win this point, I think it kind of switches
Some
the
teams
momentum.
absolutely play with high energy when they're playing well. New York Xtreme is one of those. So if you're a fan of them, to see the way they put up those first couple of points and being very elated about it, that's ideal for them mentally. And right now they're making some moves on the D side. Got a body with McLean all the way into D4, and Kraft is right by him.
And Pat Kraft shot Thomas Kim going into from the D1 to the D2, kind of stood over the top of that wedge.
And I believe NYX just snuck out into the Snake corner undetected, because I was looking at Aftermath's back center when he made that move. He was actually looking the Dorito way.
Well, you can't really see it anywhere. He can't see that. The back center is so blind. The back center, in my opinion, which is strange that the last 2 games Mike Masa's been in there for so long, you can't see anything. It's not the spot you want to be in.
Oh, did you see Harris just step over the ref right there? I thought he was going to step right on his back. He goes in, trades out as the point was conceded. So, yeah, New York Xtreme looking good, feeling good right now. And Aftermath's got to be shaking their heads a little bit. They got off to a really slow start against Thunder, and now getting off to another slow start. At least they have a point on the board, though. Again, they did get that win, so it was a weird look in a win for them. Definitely some mistakes they need to fix out there.
But really good job, for for NYX to lose Jerry off the break and still come back and put themselves into a dominant position on the field.
It is, because the way that New York Xtreme lost to the Hurricanes, they've really flipped, they've turned it 180 degrees here, because they're not losing stupid bodies. They're playing with energy. They're shooting bodies on the break. I mean, they're kind of doing a lot of the stuff they were not doing in this first game. So I don't know what happened, what sort of meeting they had, but it must have been very productive, because they're just looking a lot better. Now they just got to keep it up, though, because they really need this win. Again, they have a loss, and it was by a few, so by 3 points.
And looks like NRG losing the first body on that Dorito side, while the Ironmen make big penetration over there on that Dorito side and losing their can player. I think that's Alex Keys.
Both Alex and Al Fernandez in those cans, where I was watching him having to hold the cans as that wind was blowing, because it was kind of just smacking them while they're playing in it.
Yeah, lots of wind out here.
Al getting shot too.
Hopefully those stakes are holding everything in. Hopefully the stakes are holding into that Dynasty Champions Club tent over there, that VIP experience we got for our Champions Club up the top left corner.
Yeah, that is a really cool view over there you guys have.
Yeah, so we've got a VIP experience for our Champions Club members at each of the NXL events that you're going to be able to watch pro field games from just being a member. So you can check out dynastypaintball.com and see if there's any opportunities for you to become members of the Champions Club. It's a limited access.
Ironman right now past the 50-yard line on that Dorito side, really putting the pinch and the pressure here on NRG Elite, who's trying to preserve this really microscopic 1-point lead with 9:20 to go. The Ironman need to get something going here on the Snake side. They get Trent Nitta into the Snake, and he's going to wrap around. Looks like there goes a body. NRG Elite actually gets up there, trades out. That's good, because they really needed to get that player off. Here comes Caleb Abel. He's going to run down Nitta.
Trent thought about it there.
Close to a penalty there.
We really haven't, this has not been a penalty-ridden day. We've only seen a handful of penalties out here so far today. Maybe 4?
Well, that's because Dynasty hasn't been on the field yet, Matty. We're trying to keep that streak alive from Dallas.
Dynasty 3:45. Dynasty will be taking the field to play Infamous, so it's going to be a good one to start out, and then you guys play the Ironman
right afterwards
today.
So it's tough to say. It's tough to say, you know, because I don't know if anybody's playing with the wind being a factor, not going to a spot or going to a spot, and it seems that it's affecting the far end of the field, our left-hand side, the viewer's left-hand side, much more than it is on the right side.
Yeah, however the wind tunnel is being created by this, because it can't just be all of those stakes aren't tied in.
Well, it's a northeast wind, I believe, Maddie, and the way the net is double nets blocking the right-hand side of the field, they're not getting hit as hard.
Can you give me the barometric pressure out here, or
you know, I look at wind reports every morning, Maddie. I really do.
Got to study everything if you're going to be winning all these tournaments.
I believe it.
That way you know which way to shoot. It's like arc the ball in, you know, 15 degrees northeast. So on the breakout, Aftermath gonna glide a body into the Snake, and he's gonna get actually taken out. We haven't really seen a ton of guys get into the Snake off the break. It's a pretty rare occurrence. Looks like McLean is gonna take the walk for New York Xtreme from that D side. Ooh, another body coming off. Ooh, it's not looking good here for Aftermath. Two bodies left alive, and they're in terrible positions.
I want to blow this before Joe Barrett gets bunked. Dump it. Come on, guys, dump it. Let's see it. Let's see it, Pat. I know you got fresh pods back there.
CJ Cantor's doing pirouettes out there.
Come on, someone dump a pod. Yeah, keep the camera on Harris right there. Oh, he might have thrown up a little bit. Spit on him. Definitely spit on himself. Didn't get that clear of the chin strap. So it is hot, and it is, even with that wind, today is, like you said, I know you mentioned it a couple of times, but it is increasingly hotter throughout the day, and it is the hottest day of the weekend. Yeah,
tomorrow's should be nice. Sunday should be nice. Should be in the 70s. I was looking at, I think it was going to get to 92, feeling more like 96 or 7 out here, but depending on where you're at. But this wind is helping a bit.
Yeah.
But definitely making the red side a little less playable than the blue side. Blue seems to be holding strong.
Yeah.
Red side's flopping all over the place.
Yeah, so that is definitely something to factor into. Plus, the blue side will be shooting slightly hotter. You know?
Yes, with the wind. Absolutely.
Yeah, tailwind. Each ball that's flying through the air has got a tailwind.
Yeah, go home, red side. You're drunk. It's 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Tied up at 2. The Ironmen with some fight here in this first match of the tournament for them. Yeah, they lose a body. Body coming off for NRG Elite.
Ooh, and I believe somebody shot Al Fernandez in the back of his head. So Ironman taking 3 on the walker there. So it's a 2-on-4, and it's tied up. That was like, this is their opportunity to come up and ahead.
Could have been the wind, though. You know, curve that ball.
That could have been it. That could have been it, yeah. Usually the first, like, 30 feet, the wind doesn't affect it too much, but it's that last. Once it starts losing the velocity a little bit.
It's the coast-to-coast shot.
The coast-to-coast shots that'll hook them in, but the wind behind you, that'll carry it all the way net to net.
The wind, yeah.
Matt, you play a lot of golf.
I do play a decent amount of golf, and the wind absolutely will affect whatever projectile you're launching into it.
Let's check out this friendly fire right here.
Oh, no friendly fire. A little team kill.
Little team kill, and booyah, right in the back of your head. Aim for that headband.
Yeah, so
Oopsie.
Ironmen, again, not looking bad out here so far, but you tighten things up, you keep team kills to a minimum. But yeah, the wind, like if you're on the blue side, particularly D side, shooting more towards the snake side, then yeah, you're gonna get a couple more feet per second. The way this wind's going.
Yeah. And I mean, we talk about all sorts of, you know, useless facts on the Spick and Span show every Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Is that a segment now? Useless facts?
Nah, because we make them sound important. So.
Well, doubling up the back center for New York Xtreme with a 3-point lead they're trying to preserve. 6:26 to go. See if Aftermath can get some sort of offense going. They're really grinding the gears on the offense.
All the way up into the Dorito 4.
D4 and D1 right behind him, kind of.
Sorry, D3.
No, D3. Okay. I thought he crawled around that thing.
Little reposition here, getting out of that back center and getting out wide snake side for New York Xtreme here on your screen.
But NYX still in really good position, and they just made it out to the Dorito 1.
Yeah, and I think it's Arslan's in that that center can, or is that Harris, number 3?
That's Harris.
That's Harris, number 3. NYX looking to read away. You can't see much. You need to get. You kind of want to get out of that thing. And it looks like maybe a minor penalty coming, being assessed on NYX.
And end up filling out a body as Pat Kraft with some damage control makes it out wide. There's just 3 bodies left alive on the field for New York Xtreme. Yeah, penalties when you're up 3 points trying to burn clock. That's not. Yeah, you never want to get them, but that's an inopportune time to get penalties. Thomas Kim's in a good spot. San Diego Aftermath at D4 is going to get some help. Frank right behind him.
There we go. And Harris just got out of that center can. You know, that center can is not the bunker of death by any means, but if there were one, that that thing gets really small really quickly.
Especially if it's blown
you lose
around
you lose 2 bodies.
Yeah.
The other team has 5. It's just
and it's whipping
borrowed
around.
time.
I'm not sure about this center temple play for Aftermath. They're kind of playing this thing a little too long. I think you use that center temple to kind of as a launching point up to the middle.
Yeah, I agree. Most of the productivity is coming from, especially when you have that much penetration. Like Thomas is on their side of the field. There's 3 bodies left. There you go.
Yeah.
Troy Erickson just being safe. But you have, here's the thing. Aftermath barely won the first game. They're down by 3. You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Gotta ride on that reckless edge a little bit right at this moment. But Erickson makes it in clean to that 50 brick, and Mesa into the snake 3.
Pat's kind of trying to finesse this shot on the outside over here to try to catch Mesa.
Bit big.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still playing pretty tight. I think Harris might have caught one in the back center. Harris also a popular guest on the Spick and Span show. He's pretty fun. He got to meet Oliver Lang for the first time on the show.
Oh, nice.
That was a big moment. You never expect Harris to be the guy that kind of cries over meeting his hero, but tears happened in that episode. It's pretty special.
Was it in person? Was he?
No, it was via FaceTime, but and then he called Oliver out in a one-on-one.
Oh God. Okay.
And Oliver said, "Okay, let's go." And Harris said, "All right, I'm flying out there." And then Harris no called, no showed.
No way.
Yes,
Harris.
you can watch all the reruns. It's the Oliver Lang, Oliver, Alex, Kyle, and I were all live in the studio. We had Todd on the show via call-in, and Harris on the show. And Harris was like starstruck, and then tried to call Oliver out. And Oliver's like, "Let's do it." You ever try to call Oliver out? And he goes, "Let's do it." And then you're like, "Wait, I wasn't expecting you. I didn't think you weren't gonna expect it, you know." And then he's like, "All right, well, you know what? I'm coming out to San Diego anyway." And then all of a sudden, Harris was like, "I had to work."
What did Oliver say? Best of 20? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, best of 20. Let's go, best of 20. Get me out there." And then Oliver looked around in the garage and said, "What should I grab?"
Just take your gun.
Yeah, I know. He's like, "Is this what you guys are shooting these days?" He thought it was like an autococker or something. Yeah, Harris, no call, no show.
Yeah, I mean, I got a Daniel Love autococker he can use if he wants. So back into this one as Aftermath put a point on the board to make that one closer. We got a close game here. Ironmen down by 1. 8-10 to go. NRG Elite on the blue side, double stacking that back center again. Definitely we're gonna see that on Sunday a lot.
And did they lose a body coming out wide, or did they start with 4.
Yeah, they either started with, well, they're about to lose Jason Dennis in that center.
Yeah, bunker of death when you're low on bodies and you're in that middle. No one's out wide for oh, NRG did lose a first body on the snake side.
Yes.
So 5-on-3 situation here. No one on the snake side at all. Farthest body over is the back center. That's not ideal.
Yeah, this one's going to be a really tight one as Alex Keys kind of makes a move into the snake and
but
gets
he
shot
gets
by his
shot.
own guy. Yeah, you know, I feel Trent just kind of was just holding this outside lane to try to keep that that advantage over here, and Alex Keys just ran right into his gun.
I think that might be the 5th team kill I've seen just in the until now here at this event.
That's two in a row for the Ironmen, and that's a hard one to bounce back from.
Yeah.
If you're playing against the bad guys and shooting your own guys, that's you know, Skinny Kevin. I shared a little stat last weekend when we were at practice. Skinny Kevin, I think, has shot me on my own when we were on Dynasty together more than any other player has ever shot me. It was at least 2 or 3 times an event. Skinny Kevin would be in the back serving tea.
I love Carl Markowski. He wouldn't shoot me during the game, but he would shoot me at least once a tournament in the start box right before the game on accident.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm like, all right.
Sure it was on accident?
That was the 3rd time in the past 2 events. He said it was on accident.
He's excited. He's
Do
excited.
you play better after that?
Well, yeah, you know, it's like
Because
when you
Tyler and I used to shoot each other before the first match of the tournament.
Yeah, we used to stupidly slap each other in the face to get up. That was I don't know why we did that, but it was fun at the time.
You know, it's fun at the time. It's fun to be the slapper.
Take a hot one to the face.
This is you and Davey, right? You and Davey?
Me, Davey, Shane,
Okay.
Rich, Catfish.
Oh,
So
wow.
the Ironmen, yeah,
Who had
it
to get slapped by Rich?
It was the thing.
who was the guy that drew that straw?
Everybody, yeah.
Oh.
So Nida now past the 50 yard line here for the Ironmen. Ironmen looking strong here in this point. They have 3 bodies past the 50, just trying to, and they're still looking at 3 Energy Elite bodies, trying to work these guys out. Dug in like ticks back here. And there goes the first one. So now 2 bodies left alive
I
for
think he caught him on a bounce shot
NRG.
there.
Ooh, 3-on-2 now. The Dorito 1 guy is just being relentless in that thing, not giving up any space. I think Al should back up and jump into the snake. And I don't know. My opinion is you crawl to their end before. Yeah, right, Kyle.
Yeah.
You play the snake a lot.
Yeah.
It's like kind of your spot, right?
Yeah, I'm
Kyle?
not battling with that guy there.
Nah, don't battle from back there when you can crawl behind him.
Yeah, go wrap that there snake 1.
Makes sense
Yeah,
to me.
there you go. Wrap their snake 1.
Oh,
Well, they're trying to walk down.
I love this
Get a
move
shot
right
on
here.
his loader. Gonna cut through, put the back center in. They put Buffton in. Buffton's still alive, fighting for his life. And I mean, tell you what, Energy Elite playing really tight, man. I mean, it's been tough for them. They have been eating bodies up, but just not enough. Ironman, it took them a while, and it took them some bodies to do it. But
Buffton to get a shot on him as he was
Oh yeah.
coming around the bunker, the Dorito 1 guy.
I hear we got some friendly fire again. Highlight coming here. If you don't bunker anybody or make a big run through, then the highlight's got to be the friendly fire.
yeah, I want to say we've seen, at least 4, I think maybe 5 friendly fires today so far. I know Aftermath had one for sure.
And this is the one
Here's
from the point
first one.
before. There you go.
Yeah, there's
Back of the head.
poor Al Fernandez.
And then
I think that was Nick.
Look at that. That has friendly fire written all over it right there.
I will say Alex was a little high running into the snake there.
You want him to lay out. I mean, the grass couldn't get nicer,
maybe,
right?
Well, yeah, he dived there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Typically what you do
Yeah.
going into the snake.
Absolute-
Alex could have been.
Absolutely, and also if you were ever gonna just full send a dive, like this is the event to do it, considering how much of a cushion this grass
Yeah.
is.
I mean, if I shot Ryan in that situation, I was in the corner, I would probably, after I saw the replay, I'd be like, oh, well, you're kind of high.
Yeah, yeah.
Defend myself.
You went in a little high to that
Yeah.
one. It's not my fault. You should have slid lower. So 2-point lead here for Xtreme. 3:48 on the clock. Double stacking that back center, rolling their guns, staying in the pocket. They're going to lose Arslan.
Ooh, Arslan friendly fired in the back, I think. I saw him looking at Harris.
No, he was asking his own guy if he was hit. I don't think he got shot there.
It was like another one. Jesus.
Hold on, let's
Getting
watch
a
their
little
pit.
rough.
Let's see their pit. Shot me in the back,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
That was a
yeah.
friendly
Oh, yeah,
fire, dude. I
another
called
friendly
it.
fire. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Yeah.
Dude, it must be the wind.
Yeah.
It has to be the
I was
wind.
thinking in my head, maybe
has
it's
to
the
be the
wind,
wind.
but that was close.
That was
The
too
wind
close.
had nothing
Did you
to
have
do
to
with
know?
that.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
with that snake shot.
Yeah.
That one was the other, the 3 we've seen just in this set.
Look,
I will say those 3 bunkers, the
really
back
close.
center, the juice box door, tall thing, and the can, those bunkers can give some friendly fire to the
Well,
can.
yeah, I mean, look, you're both of those guys are looking directly at the can's back, trying to thread the needle over the top of his head to
And
try to shoot the
battling
snake
guys.
way. Yeah, so
Maybe
you
he
shoot
broke
the
a ball.
Well,
Sometimes you break a ball and one wings into your buddy. And
Well, if you get spooked by someone
yeah, that too.
in a spot and you
Spooked.
come in as you're shooting, you're ramping, the ball hits your bunker and then puts a nice little curve right into your teammate's back.
Well, what's not working for New York Xtreme is this defense right now because they are just struggling to stay alive. They lost 1 to another team kill, and then 2 out of their spots as Taylor took the walk, and another one just took the walk.
and Aftermath taking 1 walk, so it's a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-2? It's a 3-on-2 right now.
Yeah, 3-on-2 in favor of Aftermath. They have D2, D4, and the back center. Looks like New York Xtreme.
Is that Corey Hall over there?
Kraft's gonna
Doritos
battle out
3?
here. Yeah, Corey Hall, number 33. Got Thomas Kim in front of him. Thomas Kim trying to get the crossfield shot on Pat Kraft, who's now in the back bunker here. Snake side. Pat gets feeling the pinch from Thomas. Moves into Snake 1. Mesa moves out wide for Aftermath. Back corner bunker, Snake side.
And
They
Corey,
should allow Thomas to go bunker Pat.
Well, we're also getting down on
Or, sorry.
time. It's 3-on-2. It's a minute 42 seconds left, and Aftermath needs 2 points just to tie.
they know he's there now. They know Corey's there now. I love this move.
Oh, he gets.
His own guy, Kraft, team kill.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow. This is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
because Corey's looking back at Pat. Yeah, I was wondering who just shot Corey.
Team kill.
Another, that's 2 in this point. Oh God, what
My
is going
goodness.
on here?
I don't know, but Pat retreated to the corner just to really go, oh, damn.
This will be one of those things where teams are like, we don't want Ryan and Kyle commentating our games. Everybody
Just
gets team kills.
comment-
This is
Dude,
abnormal.
You know what? I think we need to have a new segment on the Spick and Span show called Team Kill.
Team kill.
Yeah, and just kind of like talk about friends, but just taking each other down.
Betraying you.
Betraying.
We
Just
might
be like
need
the
to have you
betrayal.
on the show next Tuesday
Yeah.
night. A little recap.
Yeah, let's
What-
do it Tuesday. I'm
Tuesday.
down.
Hell yeah.
I'm in. I'll drive down there.
You could,
Yeah,
yeah,
live?
let's
You'll
get you in
come
the
live?
studio.
Wow, there we
Dude,
go.
Do it
Live
live.
from the
Great.
Doghouse Studios. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, you heard it right here on Go Sports
Down.
Live.
Just got to make sure Morgan's down to watch the kid.
Dude,
and
bring the
I'll
kids
be there.
over. We got kids too.
It's true. I could
Yeah,
just
I
bring
got
them on
Kyle and I got Sloan.
Maybe we could golf a little bit before.
Oh, that's
the
pushing
driving
it. That's
range?
pushing it.
Ooh,
For you guys, not
On a
me.
Tuesday? Yeah, I don't know.
That's Doghouse written all over
Yeah,
it,
for
man.
me being gone for 5 days? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm-
no-go,
I'm about to be gone for 3 weeks.
Oof.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you going on that surf trip?
Surf trip. Yep,
Oh.
going to Indo and then straight from Indo, come home for a day,
Bet Camille
repack.
was stoked.
Oh, yeah, I'm fired up. Repack for a day and then go to summer camp, the Boston Paintball Summer Camp.
There we go. Tie game. 4:50 on the clock.
Ooh, man. NRG Elite around the corner into the snake. Past Nick's gun. So hopefully they know that there's a guy there that made this move. But big move over on the Dorito side. Who's number 2 for the Ironmen?
You know,
I got to go to my
Yeah.
notes. Give me a second.
I think it's one of the new guys.
Yeah, could be.
so it's interesting. I guess Nick didn't see him go around the corner. He thought he was still in the corner because that's
Yeah, that's
looks
the
like
second
how
time.
he was positioned.
Yeah, it's the second time, and you have a view of that. We were actually just talking about that last night in our meeting.
Well,
Ooh.
he's about to get shot crossfield from Caleb Abel. Caleb Abel with a free kill. And Tal's going to be thrown to, so that's going to concede the point here. Energy Elite.
Give him a
up
little
by
bit of
one over the
extra
Ironman.
there.
Yep, good penetration for the Ironman over on the Dorito side, pretty consistently.
Yeah, whoever 2 is, let's see if we can get a look at what 2's last name is, because he's actually doing a real good job of constantly being in D3 or D4.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't the worst too that just
Yeah, that's
he
their new
made
guy.
he made the snake. It was that just he went unseen. So, you know, I
Abel?
think he got 2 bodies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abel got 2 bodies off of that. You know, it's
Caleb's sneaky, man.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky snake guy.
yeah.
He's got some good, some really good timing. He's not slow. He's not like the fastest guy, but he seems to always, but more often than not, be in the right place at the right time. If you're playing Energy Elite and you can't stop Caleb Abel and the snake, it's gonna be a close game.
Do we have any predictions here? 1 minute left.
Ooh.
Xtreme up by a point.
I feel that Xtreme's going to be able to hold it at least.
I kind of do too.
Ooh, and the 2 bodies walking off.
So one body walking off for
Yeah,
NYX,
but no,
and
somebody's got to stop Frank.
Frank's-
Frank's back to 50 here.
and I
as
don't
we
know
hit
if
the
they
minute
know
mark.
he's up there.
They do not.
Oh.
They don't know he's here.
But he now
Corey,
now
oh wow, he had just missed Corey.
Yeah, if he would have shot Corey as a New York Xtreme has trapped 2 bodies in that back center, different story. But Frank is posted up on Corey. Corey needs to just hide right now.
He's gonna go get him now. Ooh, Thomas Kim looking for the kill there.
But Hennessy drops the hammer on Frank Antetomaso, and enough bodies had already been shot that it's just Thomas Kim. They got Corey Hall in front of him, and he gets shot, actually eaten up by Corey, as Thomas Kim had to head check back over and look at the center, and that's going to be the coffin nail for this one, and the Xtreme needed to win, and they're going to get it. But with 23 seconds left, see if Corey jumps in and hits that buzzer. Are we going to have another point, or it looks like they're just going to let it
dump
run
it.
out.
Here comes the dump. Get the camera on the dump. Come on, here comes the dump.
Oh, pack side. Slowly but surely loading. Oh, and the dump right in front of
That's a new one.
That's a new one. That's a new one right there.
That was the slow load dump.
That was the it looked like the jockstrap dump. That was an interesting little squeeze.
The hip thrust.
Hip thrust dump on him. With those guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, great job for New York Xtreme for not blowing it.
You know, I wanted to point out something too, is if we had the camera there on Frank coming up and trying to get that shot on Corey, that, you know, a lot of younger kids ask, like, what's the big difference from the semi-pro division to the pro division? And that's one of the biggest things, is like your window to get a shot on somebody is so millisecond.
Yeah, here's the replay. He's up in that spot looking cross.
He misses the shot, then Corey communicates it over to his snake player.
Yeah, and then Hennessy drops the hammer on him. The wind is really picking up now. But yeah, that was an excellent job, and here it is. Oh,
that was my favorite move right there. That right there is
17 signature Selly from Harris Hussein.
That's in contention for move of the event, actually, at this point. Throw Harris's hat in their ring. 2 bodies walking off for Ironmen, maybe 1 for NRG. Nick Slowiak, penetration up the middle. Big kill right there.
Oh,
another
it
big
might
kill.
be 2, yeah. I don't
Nick.
know if they know Nick went up there, and he might have a free shot on the Dorito 1 if he's able to shoot this back center here.
Yeah, Nixon, he's got 2 trapped in the back center. Nick Slowiak's on their side. He's at their wedge. Looking real good here for the Ironman, and he's going to get some help with Treegarth in.
Uh-oh. But they lost their entire other side of the field.
Oh, but look at this. No one's watching the center, and luckily the Treegarthen actually made that move right there, because I think Nick just got his back blown to bits, and he did, but Chris Treegarthen stayed alive and picked up that inside route, so nice job by Chris.
Treegarthen sounds like a mythical
it sounds like a name from the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Treegarthen.
I really like this guy, Chris. He played on a divisional team, Hunters, playing in Mike Hemman's league for a while.
He goes back. I used to play with Chris Treegarthen in big games because he was on Sonny Lopez's Hitman squad way
So
back
it was like the Blake Yarber story almost a little bit.
And he also was the dominant beast that helped Long Beach win a college championship.
Wow.
And he did it with a broken hand. His hand was like swollen up like a bear's paw, and then he played something like 110 points in a weekend.
Wow.
Played every single point. Chris Treegarthen's a beast, dude.
Those guys, the team that he comes from, the Hunters too, really strong team, and they grind. They come down and they always ask us to practice, which is great on them too. As a divisional team, you know, that's how you get better. If you can bring some pros, get beat up, and willing to take your lumps. Like
half of them all look like they work like hauling lumber.
Yes, yeah.
Just very, very chiseled, very. They haven't worn sunscreen since ever.
Super respectful, all drive trucks.
Yeah, super nice. Yeah, they all drive trucks. Yeah.
I believe most of them they usually play Saturdays, and they're at church on Sundays too, every weekend.
Oh, that would make sense because Chris is definitely a man of God for sure. So yeah, no, it's Chris is one of those guys I've been waiting for him to get on a pro team since I first saw him play. I'm like, okay, this guy has the skills to be on a pro team if he just would commit actually, but he's always had real life or school or family or
but
always
it's hard
something
for them to
going
make
on.
it to Sunday at the tournaments.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, they
Chris,
play him on.
But yeah, I felt like it was a good pickup for the Ironmen. But yeah, it's a work in progress over there, man. But they're looking pretty good here. Still down by 2 though. Got about 3 minutes and 14 seconds to work with.
And I'm trying to think. I think number 2 is Nicholas, is his last name. Nicolau. Anyway, he's not in right now.
Give me a second.
And he's got a handlebar mustache.
Yes, he does have an epic handlebar mustache.
That is a pretty good one. Pretty good mustache situation that he's got going on there. So
it's Kyle Nicolau.
Nicolau. All right, that was close. So we'll see right here. I mean, I feel like the Ironman, as long as they don't have a bomb go off in the beginning, that it's going to be a pretty good setup. I like how Brandon Short, I saw him on the roster for the Ironman, and
Yeah, where is he at?
I think he's raising his twin boys right now. And
Yeah, I saw that he was on the Ironman's roster. I'm like, he's an HK guy. There's no way.
I wonder if Trent's going to do that strange run up the middle. Oh, okay.
On the breakout, Keys with some penetration early here for the Ironman, getting to the Aztec. A little bit more of a conservative breakout here for NRG Elite.
Yep, 5-3, and Trent Nita going secondary to the corner, taking the. Oh no, that's Treegarthen actually, taking the first walk on that fill from the tall door in. And now Al and Alex Keys are crossed up.
And here comes Nick Sloviak. He's going to glide on out to the back corner bunker, snake side, as Al Fernandez makes his move to the brick at the 50-yard line. They also have a body in D1. Here come the Ironmen. Oh, but Keys goes right into a lane.
Oh, I think he got team killed.
Unbelievable.
That's the notorious when you turn right around.
Is that,
just so your coach knows that you didn't get shot by the other team?
Is that 4 in the set?
It's definitely 3. Alex Keys has taken it twice, and then...
no, but then... No, so three team kills from Ironman, and five total.
In this set.
That's crazy.
Wow, look at... Oh, he's hit. That's a penalty.
Oh, the desperation penalty here for the Ironman.
You'd be a good ref, Ryan. You called that. You called that
tank
before.
Tank hit? Yeah. My eyesight is not fantastic, believe it or not. But yeah, I can see.
Is it
I've been doing this for a long time.
Time for glasses?
Yeah.
You know who has
I'm not gonna concede.
really good eyesight? I believe is J-Rap.
Tom Cruise.
1%.
I got some really
You
good
too.
eyesight. Yeah, 2010 vision.
2010.
2010.
Wow.
Even in my advanced age, actually, there's a lot of pilots in my family.
Really?
Have you seen Top Gun?
I haven't seen the new one.
Okay,
you need to.
Yeah, of course I've seen the OG one.
Yeah, I know, but you need to stop everything you're doing.
Yeah.
Hang up the microphone right now and go buy yourself a ticket and go watch that movie.
Good,
on lunch break.
It's that good. It's that good. We talked all about it the Spick and Span show. Did a lot of like just high-end top math also. How quick it would be. We teased that Kyle, one of the teams that he was going to go to, is New York Extreme. Just so happened to be right after we watched the movie, where they go in Mach 10.
Like
Do you know how long it would take to go from San Diego to New York?
In New York?
Mach 10. Mach 10. Roughly 7,600 miles an hour, I think. It's about 19 minutes.
I was going to say 15 minutes.
Yeah,
but,
19 minutes.
I was off by
19
4.
minutes.
My bad.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll forgive you on that one.
Appreciate it.
And one of the useless facts that you can learn on the Spick and Span show every Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Yeah, Tuesday
live.
4 p.m. They're going to have a new segment called Team Kill. Team Kills. Useless facts. They got the what's the?
Well, we also
party
give
horn, foghorn. What is that?
Air horn. We got the air
horn
horn that blows every. If you're wearing headphones, like noise canceling headphones while you're watching it, make sure you have the volume adjusted for the overly loud, obnoxious air horn that we blow whenever someone wins a prize or someone says a great like comeback.
Yeah, I think I wasn't ready for it because I was down there. You know, we're sitting as close as we are now, and then Kyle was like, "Let's give it to him," and then you blew it. What are you doing?
Yeah, we actually a couple fans have sent us real live air horns.
Oh, really?
Which are ear piercing, pretty dangerous actually to blow indoors right next to each other with about 5 feet or a foot of each other. So we stopped doing that, but instead we just pierce every viewer's ears. It's a fun time. We also go to a ton of giveaways. We've raised like to date, I think we've done about 13 grand for charity.
Nice.
Yeah, over the last year and a half. Jason Jennings.
Dennis.
Jennings.
Used to play for Boom.
No, that can't be right.
No.
So I'm looking at the clock right now ticking down on our end. The viewer's end, you can see the clock kind of ticking down, but that wasn't.
I believe there's 2:06, something like that, left in the game. Down by 3.
Running out of time. Full send time. You do have to worry about margin in this moment, though.
Yeah, that's a big one. You know, if you're going to lose, you want to keep it tight, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't want to run at them thinking, okay, I can score a ton of points right now and then end up in a big hole.
Yeah, it's always that tough conversation, though, because you don't want to just give up. It's hard
Right.
to
I don't
do
think
that,
we'll see that out of the Ironman, though.
No, and there's 2 minutes in the
they're
game.
gonna go for
They can still
Yeah.
you know, tighten this margin up. So 2 up the middle. Alex Keys running and shooting all the way up into that 50 brick.
Pops the
Jump
top.
shot. I don't like the jump shot. I don't think it's necessary.
Well, it's typically really inaccurate. So no, yeah, 2.
Unless you're Tyler Harmon.
Yeah, Keys gets shot out. I mean, there's a time and a place for everything. There's
Or Mike
definitely-
Arena.
there's a time for a jump shot, but
Ironman also losing another player out on the burrito side. It's 5-on-3.
Yeah, it's 5-on-3 right now.
I think that's Kyle. And then now they're going to lose another body as well, too, here. So, yeah, the opportunities are dwindling here for the Los Angeles Ironmen. They definitely want to keep this one close. You want to spot NRG Elite another point after this.
Well, NRG Elite's definitely going to score this point.
Yeah.
That I'm fairly certain of.
Yeah, barring a minor miracle here. Is this 2-on-5?
How many red coins do you get if you win a 2-on-5? Or 1-on-5?
You just get one. Everyone keeps asking, like, not everyone, but occasionally guys, I want a 1-on-2. Do I get 2? It's like, no, the coin you get is for the 1-on-1 that you ended up winning after that situation. I'll pat you on the back and talk about how amazing your low body situation win was, but you only get 1 coin.
You know, Maddie, to me, that was a fantastic entry. I prefer the praise from Matty Marshall over the coin. Even though the coin duel, the coin duel is I think is an amazing idea. Also, he has the new challenge coin pack that he just did, which is like the you give them out to people that you recognize for doing something extraordinary or cool or being a rascal. Is the other one, and I thought those were inspirational. Gratitude coin. So you can buy a coin pack, you get a silver one, so you can compete, try to win yourself a gold coin from a pro, and then you have a bunch of other ones to give out essentially to recognize players who you feel or people that you feel are doing a.
Yeah, it's great to have something like that that just adds an extra spark to the competition. That can make practice a little bit more fun, to make the tournaments a little bit more fun. So yeah, we got red and gold coins. The red and gold ones are special too because you only can get them at an NXL event.
Right.
I have Alex gave me a ton of them. I'm the keeper of the coin. So yeah, and I just love giving them out here at these events. But but if you get a red and gold coin, you have to defend it. You can't just put that in your Smog the Dragon treasure trove and hide it away.
Sit on top of it all.
In your trophy case. You have to defend it if somebody comes up with a silver coin.
Yeah.
Or another gold coin.
Well, and that's the thing,
or a black coin.
I know a lot of pros don't carry all their gold coins with them, but for those of you out there who are aspiring paintball players that want to go, make it big in the game, or if you just want to play a pro, go to coinduelpaintball.com, grab yourself a silver coin, and walk up to any pro and say, "I challenge you." And if they say, I don't have my coins with me, I'm sorry, it's not going to work today. Maybe next time I'll bring my coins. They're not going to play you next time either. They're trying to back out of it. So just say, listen, you can mail it to me if I win. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, don't take no for an answer because they all have coins. They all got plenty of these gold coins. And if they say they're going to play you next time, they're lying to you.
So 60 seconds to go as the Ironmen are give it a good old college try here as Al Fernandez runs to his death trying to get up to that brick. Here comes Treegarth, and he's going to crawl past the 50. They do shoot a body as looks like Jason Dennis going to take the walk, but still a good crossfield spread here for NRG Elite trying to seal up this 4-point victory.
Ooh, he just got shot in the pack across the field.
Yeah.
Yep. So Treegarthen getting 2 kills right there. Treegarthen. And it looks like it is now a 3-on-2 for the Ironman advantage right here.
Yeah, just back center in the back corner bunker.
He gets one in the loader. It trades out with the center.
Trades out with them. Hey, Chris did his damage. 25 seconds left to go, see if the Ironmen can close. They need this point, man. This would be definitely massive to keep the spread a little bit closer. They just don't really have a lot of time to work with.
Yeah, for those of you guys who are watching right now, one of the best ways to kind of put the squeeze on the bad guys is own the real estate. The Ironman player that's kind of moving towards the center of the field to close the game out. You want to be moving on the outside to really put the squeeze on this guy. And it looks like
I don't think they're gonna have enough time. Not enough time. It's needed maybe another second or 2. So just not enough for the Ironmen to increase that spread or decrease that spread. As NRG Elite going to take a 4-point victory here.
With the most team kills ever in a set. Yeah, that was a big one. That was a big one.
That might be.
Yeah.
I mean, just when you think you've seen it all, all of a sudden we get 5 team kills in one set. After talking about how many team kills there had been after the first one. The very first one, I'm like, oh, we've already seen a ton of this.
Here's all 5 of them.
Oh, we got our master replay man, Joe, down there. See, racking up all the team kills.
We're going to...
Yeah, I think that was Zach Carter who almost had it for the Ironman. So
team kills brought to you by the Spick and Span Show, Tuesdays at 4 p.m.
There was one. There's Keys running into one, too.
Watching the show is about as painful as getting shot in the back by your teammate.
Arslan getting shot by his brother. Not only was it a team kill, it was a brother-on-brother violence.
We were talking about this.
Corey Hall getting shot in the back.
By a lot of times, though.
There's a lot of brothers on the same team. I think there's, what, six teams?
That's great. I love seeing that. I don't have any, well, I don't have any blood brothers, but I feel like I got a lot of paintball brothers.
There we go.
So that's going to do it here. Congratulations to NRG Elite and New York Xtreme taking victories here. We got Saints.
Oh, I know those guys.
Playing the ML Kings. Yeah, you know those guys. And
Buena suerte.
And then our winners from the last event. Tampa Bay Damage taking on X Factor as they need to win. They lost to Uprising in their first one. So
thanks, Maddie. 4
more sets to go. Thank you so much. Check out the Spick and Span show Tuesdays at 4. I think I'll be on it with these guys here next week. It's going to be a good one. And also San Diego Dynasty going to take the field 345, taking on Los Angeles Infamous in their first match. Also playing the Ironmen in the last set of the day. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. 2022 NXL Mid-Atlantic Major brought to you by Bunker Kings and the Command Goggle System. We're going to be back. Oh, team fight going on maybe. Well, maybe we'll get a replay of that. Gonna have to stick with us. See you in just a few.